Busted, the gold smugglers. Joy News investigates.
With respect to the smuggling, it is something that you don't see because whoever is smuggling is stealing.
It's a sophisticated operation through the porous borders and airports.
They package it in a cigarette packet through aviation security at the airport.
We lift the veil on the gold smuggling syndicate at all frontiers.
If you smuggle gold, you don't pay the due taxes that should go to government.
Busted, the gold smugglers. The Precious Minerals Marketing Company is mandated to oversee the export of gold from the small-scale mining sector, and the law requires at least 80% of foreign currency earned from export to be repatriated into the country. The Minerals and Mining Act 2006 says a holder of a mining lease who earns foreign exchange from mining operations may be permitted by the Bank of Ghana to retain in an account a portion of the foreign exchange earned. But for many gold agents like this middle-aged man who gave his name as Edu Ampofo, the local gold market doesn't offer much. Edu and his partners make more money when they smuggle their gold out to sell in neighboring countries.
Sometimes we also know what they call Accra, that was Damon's house. In the Breba say, Honor the Anobriki and man, or done what they call Concept and so on.
Now, what can I send a business and a city or a Yamamo, a Boamo?
It's answer, Honor, woman used to say for the dear community. Not a boy, it's answer. Plus, not a near tono, Bolly Hanno. So I pass now, and I be our Quatapa, or Kudupa, or call the other weddings now, over Quapaton. It is a what they call baby to say. It's also what is a for the internet at one man, said the Australian Kakara, so the 2 BD.
The black market of gold smuggling is as old as the business of illegal mining in Ghana. Dr. Tony Orbing has worked in the mining industry for more than 30 years.
With respect to the smuggling, it is something that you don't see because whoever is smuggling is stealing, is trying to go around to defy the law and then send the gold outside. In fact, it is for that reason that I think in 1996 or so, the government of the day actually first established the 1996 the Precious Minerals Marketing Precious Minerals Marketing Company. It used to be for only diamond. They call it Diamond Marketing Company, but now they included gold. And it's also the same reason for which other private companies were licensed to export gold, so that it will open way for those who want to find other means to export gold to look at some of these other alternatives to do that.
Mohammed Amodu is another gold dealer. He gets his gold from illegal small-scale miners and sells to clients in Dubai. He would not open up about how he ships his gold to the Gulf states.
Because now, if anybody can go, if I have a goods, you can go sell if I can send to Dubai, can send side one, maybe can get you go send it to Dubai easier. That one you can see your business can grow because business can help you.
Former CEO of the Minerals Commission, Dr. Tony Orbing, says large quantities of gold illegally smuggled to neighboring countries without documentation is creating a huge revenue shortfall for Ghana.
Reuters recently reported that over 446 tons of gold was smuggled to the United Arab Emirates. So as against a figure of, I think, 67 tons in 2006. So sort of increase. This would be in the value of about 15 billion a rise from $1.3 billion in terms of smuggled gold in Africa.
Ghanaians in the gold trading and export business are gradually being pushed out and their place being taken by foreigners who have enough money to sponsor small-scale miners to find them gold. Chief Executive of the Chamber of Bullion Traders Ghana, the Association of Licensed Gold Traders and Exporters, sees this as a major problem for the sector.
Others have come in to kick most Ghanaians out of the market. It is being dominated by the Indians now. And they have about 95% of the gold market. Minerals Commission is aware. We've told them that now the market has been saturated by the Indians, who are controlling, as I said, 95% of the market. And it's of concern because I don't think the law even allows them to go to the mine site. But you see the Indians at the mine site buying gold from the miners.
These foreigners come in with huge sums to buy the gold from the source and ship them outside Ghana. Some, according to Mr. Krampa, do this illegally just to avoid paying tax.
In June, it went up to 4 point something thousand kilograms. In July, it dropped to the same 2 point something. August, 1.2. Obviously, so it has been a decline. We're expecting that once they have agreed to pay, the rate, the quantity will increase. But I see that it has.
Why and why?
I would say that because of the withholding tax. Most businessmen don't want to pay taxes. I think that they are finding a way out not to pay taxes. If you smuggle gold, you don't pay the due taxes that should go to government. So basically, that's the point. And it's like it is showing that our borders are porous. Anything can go outside the country without being checked by customs.
In 2018, President Akufo Addo made a shocking revelation about how $5 billion was unaccounted for in gold exports from Ghana to the United Arab Emirates. While the authorities in the Gulf region had recorded $7 billion in imports of gold from Ghana, in the country's books, only $2 billion could be traced. Ghanaian authorities are unable to determine the quantities of gold produced and shipped out of the country illegally. The civil society platform on oil and gas stated in a recent report that over $10 billion worth of gold shipped out of Ghana between 2014 and 2016 was unaccounted. These are thousands of kilograms of gold shipped to Switzerland, United Arab Emirates, and India, which could not be traced.
A school of thought that thinks that close to about 1/3 of all, 1/4 of about all gold produced in this country get out without coming through the normal system. So that's a worrying, because what it means is that government loses revenue. In Ghana, the issue of smuggling has become quite a major thing, even though you don't see that. It's quite indiscernible.
Dr. Obing is aware of other mechanisms these smugglers use to illegally send the gold out.
It goes to, let's say, Togo and comes back for re-export. You see what I mean? If I put it in my pocket, and that is the other side of gold. It's not a bulk mineral. It's not bauxite. It's not manganese. It's not iron ore. It is a mineral, the small value, a small size of which, by the weight, could be very valuable. So if I had gold in the size of this one, let's say a bar of this size, and it's of a certain weight, I put it in my pocket, and I'm able to go around the borders, which is generally porous, then obviously I can then bring it from Togo as if I'm bringing it from there originally, and I can come to our customs and re-export it. The custom people call it re-export. So these are some of the mechanisms through which these gold smuggling goes through.
In October last year, media reports revealed national security had arrested a gold syndicate attempting to smuggle gold through the Kotoka International Airport. The Ghana Airport Company has confirmed this leakage. In a letter signed by the managing director and addressed to us, Yao Kwakwa confirmed that there have been instances where airport staff have been arrested and punished in line with internal disciplinary procedures. If President Akufo Addo's claim of Ghana losing $5 billion in gold export to the UAE is anything to go by, that's worth over 26,000 kilos of gold using 2016 prices, enough to fill more than 140-foot containers, leaving the country undocumented. How these cartels manage to convince airport staff to help them outwit security arrangements is the question we seek to answer in this documentary. So join news journalists go undercover to expose the work of this illegal billion-dollar criminal network. We meet this national security official we decide to call Joe. He connects us to a man we have chosen to call Jaga, a colleague of his at the airport.
Okay. Okay.
After setting the modalities of what we intended doing, he immediately states how much it would cost the team if he should assist us. He admits he's putting his job on the line and asks for 20,000 cedis to help smuggle the gold using the airport. We eventually settled at 10,000 cedis.
I think we settle on that. We have to find a means. We can also now do the cargo. Now, when we say we are cargo in the phone, we have finding means everywhere. The NS and the cost there. Oh, the man is I don't business because there's a but we will make us senior man with the patch for mommy. 20 patch of 20 million. 10,000 patch of for mommy. Because see, what are we doing now? I don't know what they're doing here. I'm putting my job on the line.
A man who has wide knowledge of how national security operates at the airport gives an insight into how the operatives work to compromise the system. He agrees to this interview on condition of anonymity.
Most of the time, the gold that people have been complaining goes always pass through airports without going through the channel, the normal channel. Is through aviation security and other security agencies at the airport, especially aviation security. The ladies, they are mounting the security check at the central screening. So most of the time, the women put it in their bags, their hand luggages. So when they scan and then they see it, will seize the items, then the person will pay money, then they release it to the person to take it out of the country.
Give us a breakdown of how this is done.
They have a middleman at the airport who work it out with the aviation security, those at the central screening. One, let me tell you how Chinese people smuggle gold out of Ghana. They package it in a cigarette packet. They mold it in a four square, small sizes, like 10 kilo. I don't know the weight of the kilos. Then they put it in the middle of the cigarette packet, and then they put cigarettes, and then they seal it, and then they put it in the back of the cigarette, the curtain. Then they will use storybooks. Then they put it on top, and then they solid tape it on it. So when it is in their luggage and they are scanning it, you see the image as a book, but under the the back image of the book, you see something that is unidentified. So when they do feasible checking and they open them, then you see that it is gold. Then aviation will take money and then they allow them to take it out. And they are making more money than government self at the airport. If Ghana Airport Company and every worker at Ghana Airport is going to work seriously for the state, I'm telling you, Ghana Airport alone, money that they will make there can pay the whole country. But at the end of the day, the money that goes to people's pocket is almost 70% goes to people's pocket than what goes to the government. That is why government is losing more revenue at the airport there.
The managing director of the Ghana Airport Company discounts these claims. According to him, the assumption that established protocols are not observed is false. He adds that there are measures in place to ensure strict adherence to established standard operating procedures. This man we call Willie Brown, for the purposes of anonymity, is a politically exposed individual. He doesn't only operate illegal small-scale mining concessions, he also has a lot of insight into the networks involved in the smuggling of gold.
Similar to red flags. Okay. Yes, similar to red flags. One sit out and say, what on hold did you do? So now should you be red flags in the okay. Yes,
Willie Brown promises to introduce the team to a shipping line that will charge us less than what the state-owned PMMC would take on the gold we intended to export. He talks further about how many gold smugglers beat the system to rob the nation of badly needed revenue.
What do you want to say? If I say, £20 be up killing thing. Any sectors now giving an year by this is now. It could be hey, you have to text. Hey, that will have you know the fact. It could be alright. It could be around 5 sectors, you know, anyway you are there. Now they are for market. But the new man said, oh, so why I allow it? And I say,
Willie Brown introduces us to one of the managers of the shipping line who promises us to help us cheat the system. He says the team will have to pay him 8% of the cost on each pound of gold we intend smuggling.
Because now, self is more than what I'm telling you. Because now, at Japan, you know what they brought to Japan. Unless you give me a statement from there where you bought the gold. So the 3% will go to whatever they bought the gold. And that one will deduct from the whatever I'm trying to do it now. The Japan they have started now. So when the gold will ship it out, now they are taking 3% of total volume now.
Okay.
Did you get me? Yeah. For your safety, yes, 100% safety. That one, I can assure you, you have shipped a lot of gold here. I can show you some of the documents you already been shipped outside. Even I can say the whole world, Dubai, Hong Kong, and other places have been shipped. And then they arrive safely. Here is our office, but we do most of the operation at Undercover. We have our testing place at Undercover. We buy it, you finance sometimes, you finance mining companies. Sometimes we give you money to bring us some gold, or bring the gold, we do everything. We have most of concession. If the buyer want to get a partnership like pre-finance, we always welcome the buyer to do pre-finance.
Okay. So it stands at 8%.
It's very cheap, sir.
Okay.
8% of the world market. Yes. There's no charges, they charge you more than the gold. If you buy the gold 1 CD, 2 CD, nobody matters. So how much do you want to give? Let me have
Yes.
Because because Japan is taking 3%, insurance is taking 2%, PMT is taking 0.5%, customs is taking 0.5%.
He boasts of several individuals he has successfully aided to get their gold out. According to him, if he is unable to use the seaport, the airport option also works.
No, but if it's 50 grams, 100 grams, whatever, we are paying based on whatever the percentage that gold will be cost. So the purity will determine how much it's going to cost. Because now the 24 carats is almost about $60,000. And then 22 carats is almost about 57, 58. So it's going to be based on that. So if you have a below, we are basing on the whatever on the table. We are not basing on the what people assume that is this. Because it will be a weight. So if you give me more than 1 kilo, and then you start to use 1 kilo money, then later you are coming to the
let's use the prevailing world price of 1,009. Yeah. So roughly, let's say we are looking at 70K. So roughly, if I'm to pay 8%, we are looking at 9,000.
Because it's going to be based on insurance, 3% to Japan, 2% to insurance.
You know, they don't have your position. Let me explain. The statement is not saying you should produce it.
No, I'm not saying this. But the 3% on the Japan salary number, you can go and ask everybody. What I'm saying is, maybe it's a company. They say me membership for home. So 3% I will pay to my company. So now the 3%, the 8% including everything. Company says, when you good statement, you have to support it. 3%, maybe what 5%? I understand you now.
So I go Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah. But once it gets to whoever is. Hello. Once it gets to whoever it's supposed to get to, then the person will take it to Philadelphia.
Unless you wanted to make a transit from Dubai to this thing.
Because the US process is quite some way. So because Dubai is low risk, it's easier sending it to Dubai. Then whoever will be transporting it to the US. It makes it.
Now I don't know but it's everyday flight to Dubai. Emirates.
The Chamber of Bullion Traders Ghana believes these anomalies can only be fixed when these steps are followed.
The chamber is there, but we don't have records, even records of our members, because every company that takes a license to export, the chamber must be furnished with the details of that company. But we're having issues with the Minerals Commission, which is the regulatory body. They hide all these other exporters from us. It would rather be in the country's interest for the Minerals Commission to issue us details of all these companies. We as a chamber will visit all their offices, know what they are doing, know the agents they are dealing with, but the agents are also part and parcel of the chamber. So that on the basis that we will be in the position to collect proper transactional figures between the agents and the companies and compared to whatever is going out of the country, so that if there are any shortfalls, it will be very, very easy for us to really trace where the shortfalls are coming.
It is obvious the relevant authorities have their work cut out for them if these leakages are to ever stop.